Hey, beautiful people, and welcome back to Mondays with Mondane. This is where we dive deep into life, love, liberty, democracy, and now more than ever, truth. I'm your host, Edie Mondane, and tonight we're diving deep into the crossroads of politics, human rights, and the future of our democracy. This conversation is not just for the marginalized, but for everyone who believes in the power of people to create meaningful change. So, grab your coffee, your tea, or just a quiet moment to reflect because today's episode is about reclaiming our voice. Let's talk a little bit about Dr. King's prophecy. Dr. King was a visionary who saw far beyond his own time. He warned us that the fight for civil rights would eventually evolve into a battle for human rights, a universal coalition of people coming together as an unsettling force. They would fight against systems of oppression, and beloved, that time has come. It's right now. It's no longer just about race, class, or gender in isolation. It's about the fundamental dignity of every human being and the power we have when we unite. Dr. King's prophecy reminds us that this is a fight for the soul of humanity, where our voices must rise above the noise of injustice and inequity. When I looked at moving forward with the Unsettling Force Foundation, it was in honor of this prophecy and the dire need for change. I've decided the Unsettling Force Foundation must exist. This isn't just an organization, it's a movement, a call to action for a coalition of voices to rise up and take back the power that has been stripped from us by corporate greed and political complacency. The Unsettling Force will be a tidal wave of advocacy, education, and direct action to remind our elected officials that they work for us and we not for them. They've forgotten that it's the power of the people's voices, not corporations or billionaires. These are the people we are that should make laws and shape the future, and we will remind them. How did we lose our voices in the first place? Let's talk about how we got here. Over time, many of us became disillusioned. Hocus pocus. We felt powerless as corporations bought their way into our government. We watched it. And little by little, and as the wealthiest 1%, 1% dictated the rules for the rest of us, our voices, once a roaring chorus for change, has been silenced by frustration and hopelessness. It don't matter, but it does. You have a voice, and we need to use it. It's not that we give up. It's that the system made us feel like we really couldn't win. What's the sense in voting? What's the sense in voicing my opinion? And that's exactly how the focus of greed and oppression maintain control. They feed on our frustration, on our exhaustion. But beloved, let me tell you this. Hopelessness is not an option. We cannot afford to lose faith in the power of a collective action. We are the people that can do it. We've got to reclaim the people's voice. The Unsettling Force is here to ignite a new wave of hope and action. We're calling on citizens everywhere to take back our voices. This is a clarion call to remind every politician and every policymaker that they answer to us. We, y'all, all of us, the people. It's time to stop whispering our frustrations and start shouting our demands. We've got to rally together across races, religions, and economic backgrounds to reclaim our democracy. We've got to take it back from the grips of the corporate control, from the billionaires. This is just not about being marginalized. It's about all of us who dream of a just and equitable society. We are a tidal wave of change. We will not ripple in the pond. It will be a tidal wave, a powerful, unstoppable movement that dismantles the systems of injustice and returns power to us. We, y'all, again, the people. It's only together we will fight to ensure that everyone has a voice in shaping our future. Together, 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 we will prove that the people's voice is still the most powerful force in our democracy. It's a powerful force in our democracy. And with that being said, as we close tonight's episode, I leave you with this. Listen, our strength lies in our unity, our hope, and our unwavering commitment to justice. Dr. King's prophecy is not just a call to action, it is a promise. When we stand together as an unsettling force, we are unstoppable. Join us in this movement. Join us in this time. The time is now. And I want you to use your voice. Contact your representatives, support grassroots organizations, and above all, don't lose hope. Because hope combined with action, it changes the world. Thank you for tuning in to Mondays with Mondene. I'm Edie Mondene, and I'll see you next week. Well, I'll probably see you a few days this week, and then we'll do our focus points on Monday, right? I'll see you next week for sure, though. Until then, stay strong, stay hopeful, and stay engaged. I need to do special shouts out. You know I got to do that. Our sponsors are never happy until we mention their name. Potions, not just a restaurant, but a beloved institution right here in the Kenton District. Not just another place to eat, but the place to eat. Visit them at 8139 North Denver for the best soul food this side of the Willamette. And of course, there's Aunties and Tanties Daycare Services, a trusted space for our community's little ones. Adorn Electric, hey, they light up our lives and they're lighting up this set and supporting this podcast. And I'm grateful for their partnership. Visit us here at Celebration Tabernacle on Sunday mornings right here in Portland. I want to do a special thank you to our production team, Deion, Robin, Andy, and Paul. Not one of them is bigger than the other, and they all stand what tall. Let's keep the conversation going. Share this episode and follow us on Facebook right behind me, and on YouTube, you know the deal, and help us spread the message far and wide. Remember, democracy is in your hands. We the people have to shout it out. Shout it out, and it'll be heard. You know, I talk about a lot about knowing where you came from to know where you're going. Well, I came from the projects of St. Louis, Missouri, and I ended up into the majestic mountaintops of Portland, Oregon. It's been a wonderful journey, and Lewis and Clark took that journey from St. Louis to Portland, and I took it too. It talks about who I am, and as I'm with you often in cyberspace or on websites or on the, what do you call it, social media, I want you to know a little bit about me and who I am. This book talks about my fantasies, my failures, my triumphs, and more than that, it talks about the resiliency of being able to continue to go forward regardless of the odds. I'd get a copy. It's called From Maladies to Melodies, and I hope that you enjoy it and give me some feedback. God bless.
Hey, it's time for you to come to Post Shine. Check out that catfish sandwich. Oh my goodness, is that the shrimp po' boy? Man, look at that chocolate chip cake. Man, I need to get over to Post Shines at 8139 North Denver right now because this food looks delicious. Or call if you'd like, 503-978-9000. And don't miss it, you'll be sorry.
In times gone past, we find ourselves making excuses so that people reminded, ooh, I've got to get home and tend to the brand new missus. I need some time alone. Can't just wait until I finish texting on my phone.